Listen, you're old.
I get it. Wait, no, I did my math wrong.
Yeah,
and I'm the
I
math
was
guy.
gonna say.
I was going to say, okay.
Yeah, you said you were like
45.
A year older than me, and all of a sudden we're 52 now.
Only in my knees, brother, only in my knees. And not even a healthy 52.
No.
Yeah.
I might be 44, but body-wise, like 82.
Yeah. Early on in my career, I remember being told that the body of a healthy 25-year-old and the knees of a healthy 75-year-old.
Didn't make sense at the time, did it?
No, I feel it all the time now. Haven't taken a bump in years and still feel it every morning. TJ Epics from my hometown, Elmira, New York, wrestling mecca of the world.
That's right. You know, Hornell is kind of like Bizarro World, where they really want to cheer on Chael Connors, but he's not such a sour attitude that they're
not quite ready to adopt him yet.
They're just confused, you know.
Great rope work.
They really hate TJ. That's kind of universal wherever he goes.
Worried about that moneymaker.
Darren Crow here out wrestling TJ Epics, which, you know, I might give TJ a hard time, but make no mistake, you know, former Xcite Wrestling Tag Team Champion, former International Champion.
Yeah.
Beating LSG in a steel cage to win that belt. He's an excellent performer. He just happens to be kind of a prick.
Hey, sometimes when you're good, you can't help knowing you're good.
And if there's anything they did right, was dropping that 0 HC Loke. Trying to bait you there. Did you take the bait?
No.
I'll take the beating later. It's fine.
I just said I don't take bumps anymore.
I can give you one good one. Just one. It'll be the last one, but I can give you one.
Oh, mine were never that good in the first place.
No, mine always look good because, you know, I'm a gigantic guy. It's like an earthquake hits when I hit.
Sounds good.
It's one of those things. But I only got one. But when it happens, look out. This was probably, you know, he got in a chopping contest with Mike Santana last night. Chael Connors tearing it up. Maybe shouldn't get into a chopping contest with Jeremiah Richter here.
Big body slam.
All the talent in the world CXR has, but not always the biggest brains on these kids.
I mean, TJ growing up in the Elmira area really cannot.
Well, the school district.
I was going to say, I can't really
know?
brag much about the quality of the school district.
See, you got to go, you know, same thing with Binghamton, but, you know, we were on the outskirts. We get the, you know, the good schools on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Going for that spinning back fist, missing wildly. Blind tag.
Don't know if Crow got it. Oh, drop toe hold into the knees. Great tag team continuity. It's a lot of syllables for
a little bit too many syllables for someone doing commentary here.
Too many syllables for a product of the Elmira City School District. That's what they call a callback.
I see. I'm following you. I feel like we've been on our best behavior. We only got one more match after this.
Oh.
And I feel like we haven't gone off the rails yet.
No, we actually, I noticed during intermission, I was thinking about the last match, Mike Santana and Diamante, great match. And I was like, you know, we sort of devolved into calling a wrestling show.
We did for a little bit. Don't worry, we can get into the what's our favorite Creed song?
Oh, favorite Creed song is One.
One?
Yeah.
One is pretty good. You know, Kate last night from Fightful asked me, name me the top 3 songs. I couldn't do it on the top of my head because I had to really kind of analyze, like, well, which rock song do I like? Well, what about, with Arms Wide Open? It's a ballad, but it's a banger of a song when you just listen to it.
With that one, though, with me, I have this thing where when you just hear something to death.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It just brings back the skin crawl of like, oh, is this again? Like, even Higher is a great song, but we could not escape Higher when it came out.
No.
Because eventually we catch it first because we're there day one, day the album comes out. We're throwing that back in the day. We threw that CD on.
That's right.
And then radio and MTV, back when MTV was a thing, catches up to you, and then it hits VH1. So the soccer moms are into it now.
That's right.
So we lived through it ahead of everybody and through everyone else catching up, and that's why My Own Prison, that album still.
We talked about the big thing about Creed is they didn't get their due. You look at like a Nickelback, they're the same kind of thing. Millions and millions of records sold because the songs are timeless. As a rock guy yourself, you might not appreciate that.
Well, see, here I have a problem with. I have a problem with people giving Nickelback gruff, but they deserve it. I understand that they deserve it because I'll tell you, if you listen to one of the early Nickelback albums, The State, really great album, and they were trying desperately to be Soundgarden on that. But then they came out with
there
Silver
are
Side
people
Up.
that thought Scott Stapp was, Eddie Vedder Jr., right?
Yeah.
And I didn't, outside of the fact that he's got a deep voice, although there was one song that sounded just like a Pearl Jam song on the B-side that never got released. The fact of the matter is that they transcended music. That's what it is.
So
it's Scott said my homeboy.
From a business standpoint, I understand that you have the song that's a hit, and hey, you know what's awesome? Money. And so I want to keep doing this, so they keep making that song again. The Nickelback did it, Creed did it, Three Doors Down did it, all great bands.
Avenged Sevenfold does it all the time.
The fact even dude from Corey Taylor.
Yes.
From Slipknot. He gets to do a Slipknot thing, but then he's just like, hey, I'm going to do this other ballad, and it's going to be a great song. We're going to do 3 different versions of it, but I'm still going to make these records for soccer moms and Toby Keith fans.
Now I feel like we finally did go off the rails. Look at this double side slam.
That was impressive.
By Jeremiah Ritter. I got to tell you, Ritter hasn't been here for a few shows, and I think he's a little pissed off about it.
Well, there's only one man to blame for that, and
I think
that's H.C. Love.
That would be H.C. Love.
And despite the Creed talk, we are Creed talking over a really great tag team match. I am still watching this the whole way through.
Listen,
both these teams are doing incredible.
The problem is I just kind of despise TJ Epics.
Well, here's the thing, though. People who are watching on a service like IWTV, they don't need us to tell them how great wrestling is. They're here on purpose. So while we're the backdrop to this great match that's going on in the ring, and they get to know a little bit about how really Creed is a great band.
They don't see it, but Jeremiah Ritter's right behind them. Double choke slam.
And our man in the front row.
He's stacking them up. Crowd getting behind Edge of Hope. Their partners, Sarah and Rain and Matic, will be out here in just a moment for our big main event 6-man tag. Still to come. Chael Connors with that big springboard into a European uppercut.
Richter saw it coming.
He's going for that springboard cutter. Oh, he didn't get him. Didn't get him.
I think the guys should have been watching in the back to see how effective cutters were earlier in the show.
What are we going for here? A Meltzer driver. I didn't expect that tonight.
They almost did a Meltzer driver. But to make Johnny Moose happy, CXR goes down in flames in Hornell to a Wade Keller driver.